There have been 5 mass extinctions on the planet Earth. Each extinction has been preceded by the death of the coral reef. In the last 15 years, 30% of the world's coral reefs have perished, and another 6% are expected to die in the next 2 years. Scientists are predicting that the Great Barrier Reef will become a geological relic in 27 years.
The ocean is becoming too warm and acidic for the organisms that live there, and the acid is killing coral and many thousands of species.
Corals have more than 1,600 species, and they participate in the formation of the most important and complex ecosystems on the planet.
In 1998, there was a massive global coral bleaching event. In 2010, there was another one. Because of global warming, massive global coral bleaching events will happen with increasing frequency.
What is coral?
Far-reaching results.
A relative of jellyfish and sea anemones, corals are invertebrates that belong to a large group of animals called cnidaria. They are known as colonial organisms, which means many individuals live and grow while connected to one another.
Coral reefs support 25% of marine life. Rising ocean temperatures caused by climate crisis is the primary cause of coral bleaching.
Way less oxygen. Approximately 50 to 80% of our oxygen is produced in our oceans by plankton and photosynthesizing bacteria. This oxygen is not only absorbed by marine life, but also by humans, as it is expelled into the atmosphere. Coral reefs are needed for a healthy ocean, and a healthy ocean is thus needed for a healthy atmosphere.
Can corals recover from bleaching? Yes, corals can recover from bleaching over time, but only if temperature drop and conditions return to normal.
Every day, 30 million tons of carbon dioxide are poured into the ocean. Every day. The ocean is becoming too warm and acidic for the organisms that live there, and the acid is killing coral and many thousands of other species.
Together, these polyps form a common skeleton. Corals are classified in the large family of stinging animals, the Cnidaria.
According to the United Nations, approximately 1 billion people depend on coral reefs for their food and livelihoods. The absence of corals would have a catastrophic effect on hundreds of millions
What
of
is
people around the world
zooxanthellae?
would lose their
Corals
main
get
source
most of their
food
bright
and
colors
income.
from microscopic algae that grows inside the polyp's tissues. This algae, called
Marine
zooxanthellae,
food webs would be altered, and many economically important species.
corals
Humans
are
are
small
naive to
mini
believe that life will
animal-like
continue as
animals
usual
called
without
polyps,
healthy
which can
coral
form
reefs,
colonies.
or, for that matter,
Helps
a planet.
corals by removing waste and using it to produce food in a process known as
The
photosynthesis.
shortage of seafood in diets would also result in more pressure on land-based farming and aquaculture
What is coral
industry
bleaching?
to make up the warming planet to
Corals
slow
are
down the
stressed,
underwater
they
jet stream,
expel the
which provides both the
zooxanthellae
nutrients
that
and the
live
cooler
inside their
water to the
tissues.
surface of the
Without
ocean.
the algae
Less
to provide
result,
color,
the coral
corals appear
reefs are known
transparent
as
and
becoming
reveal their white
nutrient
skeletons.
and provide a
This
coral
is
reefs
called
going to become extinct
coral bleaching.
habitats for food are becoming.
Bleached
Coral reefs
corals are not dead, they
essential
are more at
food,
risk of
shelter,
starvation
spawning
and
grounds
disease.
for fish and other marine organisms
Ocean
that would cease
temperatures
to
caused by
exist.
climate crisis are
Biodiversity
primarily
would
made up
quarter
of
of all
different
marine
kinds of
species
animals.
spend some
The
part of their
temperature
life
increase of
cycle
corals
in the
brings
coral
more
reef
mini
ecosystem.
animals like 4
It
weeks
is
of
estimated coral
foliage.
reefs also sustain
During
or
bleaching,
die
corals
by
become
2040,
transparent, revealing
attract
their white
tourists
skeleton.
to dozens of
Changes in
100
water
million without
quality
reefs to
and
next
stunning
14
area,
decline in
extreme
tourism.
low
In the last 15 years,
life
Six
made up
schools
of
have a
coral
knock-on
allows
effect
to
on local
bleach,
business that have already
which
died
together
due
form
to
an
climate
ecosystem.
change.
That means a very specific natural environment made up of different plants
We
and animals.
must protect the biggest, most diverse environment on the planet or pay the price. Restaurants, hoteliers,
Each individual
street
coral
vendors,
is made
and
of a
tour
polyp,
guides
a
would
clear,
all be
tube-shaped structure attached to a reef at one end and open at the other.
More than 1 billion people benefit directly from coral reef resources for food and as a source of income through activities related to fishing and tourism.
The
most
open
bleaching
end
of
has
this
a mouth
magnitude
that
has
is surrounded
occurred
by a
coral
ring
reefs
of
would
tanks.
disappear,
Food reserves
if not the
and
negative
valves for
impact
their many
of
corals
years.
extract calcium from
Shoreline
sea
utilities
out
and
limestone
sweat
and
extreme weather
ceramics, which form coral
makes them vulnerable
reefs,
to
sea
erosion.
turtles, soft coral.
It is estimated that 100 million humans will die by 2030 because of climate change. That is 100 million